Spirit has chosen the Four Corners spread for your general monthly reading, which lays a nice, diverse groundwork where we will be looking into the four main areas of interest that people commonly ask about in tarot: the work corner, the financial money corner, the health corner, and the ever-popular love corner. We are going to take a stroll through all four to see what Spirit wants to discuss about your month. And that is what we're going to do today. Welcome in, guys. So good to have you here. My name is Scott Sagent, and I am ready for your July 2024 Psychic Tarot reading. First order of business, let's get those cards on the screen for you so you can take a look as I explain this different format this month. As you notice, I'm not here in person. I am in an audio reading because I had a little bit of an eye injury. Don't worry, I'm just fine. However, I'm not so hot to look at right now. So we're going to do this a little bit differently this month. It's going to be a little interactive, different vibe, different feel to it. Some of you might really enjoy it, I think, because you're getting the point of view from my side of the table and going card by card. I might even throw in some graphics to illustrate certain points as we go. And don't worry if you don't see the cards that well. I know the screens, sometimes we watch these videos on small screens, our phones. Maybe you don't see the cards clearly. I'm going to make this in a way so that even if you're just listening to me, it'll make sense to you. So let's get started with your reading right now. All right, Aquarius, let's look at some July, shall we? You guys really did a number on my table here for a Four Corners. Four Corners usually is a pretty simple setup. Not a lot of cards, not a lot to talk about, but you guys really filled the board. Every corner is pretty full, except for the work corner. That is your upper left corner if you're looking at the screen here. Upper left corner is just a couple cards. Everybody else is 3 or 4 cards. So anyway, let's get moving with your four corners here. I'm going to start with that easy one and kind of work my way around. That is the work corner. Then we'll go to finance. We'll save love for last. Work corner talks about, first and foremost, my 10 of Pentacles comes in. That is the good home energy. So some of you work at home for work, or would maybe need to consider working at home or doing something closer to home with work. All that comes in as great potential for the month of July for a lot of my Aquarians. The attachment to that, we have the Ace of Cups. This is coming in blocked. This is new love. So it's saying, a lot of you have a big draw for love. I don't feel like this is romantic for most of my Aquarians. I think this is more of like a heart-driven, emotional tie into what you do for work. Work being a big bubble in anybody's life. Work, big corner. Work, business, enterprise, area of study, collegiate courses, retirement if you're of that age, entrepreneurship, the JOB for most people. Also, learning new things, hobbies and interests. It all falls in there. So all that stuff being done at home is a very, very good push for July. Focusing on something that you love also. But that is not here yet. But it doesn't mean that you shouldn't consider it. And that's why it's coming in blocked. Maybe it's because you're starting to think about it. You're starting to roll that around your mind a little bit here and contemplate what that could be, or what it actually means to do what you love and how you're going to get there. Let's go down into your finance. Finance is actually the biggest one. I normally like to save that for last, but I also like to read work with finance because they're very intertwined for most people. For financial, they bring in my Chariot card, which is a big push for transportation. That's the first thing that they want to talk about in a big way. Transportation for most people is car. For other people, it could be different things: motorcycle, bus, train. But for most people, you get around with your car. That's what they talk about here. So it could be finance in car, like you're financing a car, you're buying a car, selling a car maybe for some people. Work putting money into the finance, or putting money into the transportation aspect in the very least. That's really what they're talking about here. Maybe it's repairing a car. You get the idea. Buying new tires for the car. They show my lover's card here inverted, so it makes me feel like maybe somebody doesn't want you to do this. Maybe, the husband didn't agree on, you spending that much money, or, vice versa, or whatever they're talking about here. So it's kind of two things not really working that well together. And maybe that's part of the car itself. Maybe it's a repair, like the engine and the transmission, when they start pulling apart, that creates a rear main seal leak, and, that needs to get fixed. So anyway, we got two things kind of working in opposition of each other here, attached to your transportation card. We also have a card coming in here, which is my Four of Cups, which is the card about boredom, a little bit of monotony, things not really ho-hum energy, not really moving much. Okay, so they want you to consider the fact that you guys may have short attention spans here, Gemini, or not Gemini, I'm sorry, Aquarius. I just read Gemini, so it's fresh on my mind. Aquarius here, you guys may have short attention spans here, so that may fall into how much you want to spend on this transportation. Do you really want to buy that new car if you're going to be bored of it in, like 3 months? Is that really a good investment? Is that really smart to do? I'm not sure. Only you can answer that. But, we have exchanging gifts here. So anyway, we have money moving around regardless of what aspect or what context this is for you. There is a lot of movement going on. Hopefully it's to your benefit and it's not like all going out. I don't see that happening, but at the same time, it is give and take. So where you kind of fall is going to be different for everybody. It's a good time for me to remind you too, Aquarius, that this is a general reading. These messages are general because we're reading the entire Aquarius bubble energy. All of your Aquarius friends, of course, you guys are all different. I love you all. However, nothing beats a personal private reading, and I offer those on my website, a whole wide variety of services from small all the way up to full service, a little something for everybody there, and those are very accurate because they're all about you and not all your Aquarius friends. You can find those on scottsagent.com, and if you've been on the fence about getting a reading, you're waiting for the right time, well, guess what? There is no better time than right now, because for the first week of July, I am blowing out a huge deal. My biggest discount that I ever offer, 40% off of any service. All you have to do is enter promo code July40, JULY40. You enter that, all caps, at checkout, you will get 40% locked right off your bill. And my full services, small services, whatever your heart desires, those are great values at full price, let alone at this huge discounted price. So make sure you take advantage of that first week of July only. We move into next your health corner. Health corner talks about being very mature. So this is more emotional health is where we start, like making sure like your heart is healthy. And I don't mean like cardio healthy. I mean like love healthy, with the family healthy, your love pursuits, if you're single, whatever you got going on there. Okay, so being like healthy and good with things. And if there's anything that is in there, whether it be emotional baggage, things from the past, people you need to forgive, things you need to forget, all that kind of stuff needs to be addressed in July. For a lot of my Aquarians, it's coming in as a big push here for health. And this can also be about like kids, but it's like, it makes me feel less about that because it's inverted. So it makes me feel like really I'm just kind of more on the mature side. But this could be about your kids too. Of course, we worry about our kids, and some of us are the kids and we worry about our parents. That's the kind of thing that comes in for health. They show next my strength card, which means that you have all the tools. You have, it's Spirit's way of saying be courageous, go forward, boldly, and you can do what you need to do here with health. Or maybe encourage somebody else if it is about the kid or vice versa. That, you can really help somebody else here in this department because somebody is kind of down on their luck. They show that with my Wheel of Fortune card inverted. That means bad luck. Okay, so this is not the other person's fault or your fault if it's you directly. It's not like this is somebody, it makes me feel like at least, that this is not somebody who's like a lifelong drinker and now their liver goes. Okay, that would be kind of like, they did that luck to themselves. That was their own bidding. This feels like just bad luck. Like this is just a freaking thing, like you didn't do anything to deserve this or earn it, I guess I should say. It just kind of popped up and here it is, maybe it's a genetic thing that just, fell in your lap. Something like that. Or maybe just, hey, we just need to get your heart right. Going back to the very first card, emotional maturity, and, get that good heart health, that good family, just feeling whole, health, and just everything else will just kind of work itself out. As we move up into your love corner, Aquarius, we start with them showing the juggling kind of jester here. And he indicates with my Two of Pentacles that your love corner is going to be in a match, a juggling act with another corner in your life. I'm not sure which. Usually for most people, it's work and family. That is the battle. But it doesn't mean it's your battle. Maybe this could be family with finances. Maybe this is family with health. I'm not sure which version it goes because there was some stuff in that health corner too that was contentious at the very least. So that's what they show first for coming in for love, which is your heart and the people that you care about the most, and also your love pursuits. Really trying to balance two areas of your life. The next thing that comes in here is my High Priestess card. This is inverted, which means that the information is being withheld from you right now. So love-wise, your family-wise, love dynamic, family dynamic, you are not seeing the whole board clearly right now. So you just need to remember that. I would say it's probably not the time to go out there and meet new people. Maybe this changes when we get into August, but for right now, the board is just, we don't know. And because we don't know, I just don't like to mess with it. I don't like to play with the unknown. I think we make better decisions with information. And right now they're saying you don't have it. So if you don't have the information, sometimes you gotta bide your time a little bit until you get more. The next thing they show here is my Tower card, and this probably is the push toward why, because the whole thing here can blow up. And this is a collapse. It's usually a pretty quick collapse. So things can really kind of deteriorate real quick here in the left corner. And this doesn't necessarily mean you go on a bad date and it just blows up. It's a terrible date. It doesn't mean that. This could be like one family member who has something terrible happen to them. This could be a family member who does something really stupid. This could be a variety of different things, but it's coming in as a love corner, so it's somebody that you care about at the very least. And it's a very quick collapse. So this is the energy of like makeup, shake up, breakup energy. There may be, some of you going through breakups that happen in July, or even the reverse energy is also true. Some of you may be kind of doing a quick rekindling, and if you do that, well, we go back to the previous card, you don't have the full information, so tread cautiously there. But anyway, you get the idea. So the Tower card comes in and really kind of helps me feel like this is not really the time to be, taking risks here at the very least. Now, as we get into the Rune Stone, the Rune Stone is something I did last month with your angel protection. That was kind of more by accident because I forgot to do it part of your reading, but it goes better here. It flows better here. You guys got the Rune Stone of Harvest. So it's actually a really good time for you guys to get things back that you've put out there. If you've loaned money out to people, you may be getting it back. Good energy. Let's say you helped somebody move. Well, now they can help you do fill in the blank, right? So it's a good give and take, good exchange. We did talk about that in the financial corner too, about money moving around and stuff like that. So here, the harvest is just the return, that boomerang effect. And this happens for a lot of Aquarians in July, guys. Now, your moon cycle cheat sheet, I post on my website, scottsagent.com. But one thing I'm doing now is I ask Spirit directly, what moon is better for Aquarius to follow in the month of July? Usually I just look for clues in the reading and stuff like that, but now I just ask directly, go right to the source. Hey, what's better? Guess what, Aquarius? They said full moon is better. So it's actually a wonderful month for you guys to purge and get rid of some stuff that you don't need, whether it's selling something, repurposing something, getting rid of emotional baggage, which we talked about in the health corner. It affects your health. Okay, that's a big push. Whatever it is, if it's got to go out of your life, it's full moon energy. It's a great time for Aquarius to take advantage of that. And you can see that on the calendar, the visual. You can download it, whatever, or just check it out on scottsagent.com, along with chemistry tracking, guys. If you want to see what sign or signs Aquarius is kicking good with and attracting in the month of July, or repelling, and what signs you should be cautious of in the month of July. All that information is on scottsagent.com, always for free, and that is on my Talking About page. That's where you guys can easily find that. Always a pleasure to read for you guys. Hope this helps you implement some great positive changes into your July. Hope you have a great July, and I know you will.
So I guess the fortune teller's right.